Andy.
I always knew from an early age that I wanted to be a journalist, investigative journalist. So when I came back from college, I volunteered in one of the local radio stations. I was producing and presenting a talk show, and I was doing a program on HIV. The Raphael Centre became a second home for me, because I used to come here, sit down, chat with the clients, listen to them sharing stories and all of that, and I always related to what they were sharing. As a result, when I went to the hospital, when Sister Madlongolwana was counseling me, I told her that I don't need counseling. I know that I'm infected with HIV. I just need to prove it, so that I can have something in writing that is actually confirming what I've been thinking all along, or what I've been dealing with. Because I started dealing with a positive status even before I went for the test. Did I ever see myself doing this, the work that I'm doing with the Raphael Centre? No, I never pictured myself doing this. But then again, you know, when you are a Christian, you tend to look at things from a different perspective, because if you are a Christian, you tend to believe that everything happens for a reason. So I strongly believe that it is not a mistake for me to be here. This is where I am supposed to be here.
Every person in our country and in our society has reproductive rights, including those who have HIV. In Ntuthu's case, she was luckily informed and educated, and she knew how to counter the system that was against her at every point. She knew what procedures to insist on. She's, in that sense, fortunate that she was exposed to that education here at the center, because women who are not exposed to knowing what their rights are and how to achieve them may be railroaded in the system.
I was in my early 20s when I was diagnosed as HIV positive, and I know that I decided 8 years into diagnosis that I wanted to have a child. I just told myself the best way is to equip myself with information. I read, I Googled, I did everything. I remember when I shared the news of my pregnancy with one of the people that were working within the health sector. She said to me, "But Ntuthu, how can you fall pregnant, being a public speaker and all? What are you saying to people now about practicing safe sex? If people that are living with HIV are not supposed to fall pregnant, then who is the PMTCT program being engineered for? Because prevention of mother-to-child transmission is a program that is able to assist us into making sure that our children do not contract HIV. And secondly, being HIV positive does not mean I forfeit my right to reproductivity. Information, information, and more information is the most important thing, because if you do not have information, you could easily be taken for a ride. You will be sterilized against your consent. You will be deprived the right that you have for being a mother. We had a case like that with one of our members in Humansdorp. She was in her early 20s when she had a child, but they sterilized her without her consent. Well, I would say without her consent, because she was given a document to sign while she was in labor, and nobody bothered to actually read that to her and make her understand what is it exactly that she was signing. To me, as a person that is living with HIV and an activist, that is completely wrong. Because like I said before, at the end of the day, I still have the right to choose whether I want to have a child or not. Because we do not provide the PMTCT program as the Raphael Centre, it is the responsibility of the public health to educate these women. But public health is understaffed. You come, you want to have a conversation with the person that is attending to you, but there are 50 other people that are still waiting for the same person out there. What do you think is going to happen? He or she is going to be as short as possible with you because there are people that are still waiting outside. If you are dealing with somebody that is illiterate, you need to take as much time to make them understand what it means to be getting yourself into something. Now, if only there were more people employed to actually do this, maybe we would be in a better position to say we're minimizing as much as we could the chances of babies being infected with HIV.